Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry Lorena and I have lost 60 pounds naturally. So today I want to talk about exercise and what exercise I did specifically to help me lose 60 pounds. So I want to go into a little backstory of my weight loss. So one, I have a very sedentary job. I sit for 10 hours a day and I didn't do much. And I have had this same job for, how long have I had this job? 12 years now. So I've slowly gained weight due to the sedentary life of my job, due to the fact that I had kids. I stopped exercising as much, and I always tried to because I love to be active, but just due to life in itself, I didn't maintain my weight. And it just seemed like everything that I did in those years, I just kept gaining weight. I just kept gaining. I'm like, what is happening to me? Well, one, age is happening to me, but there's just so many other things. Two, I had a partial hysterectomy, and I think when I had a partial hysterectomy, it like changed something in my body, and that's when I started gaining weight. And I did that like 16 years ago, and it was very necessary. If anybody's asking, it was very necessary. It was medically necessary. But that changed my body, and I never have been able to figure out my body since then. So fast forward to when I was about 40 years old. I'm 43 right now, almost 44. I just couldn't handle the weight no more. And I hired a coach who was very dedicated to weightlifting and looking good and the aesthetics of stuff. And so I hired her, and she gave me a protocol, and it included lifting weights, walking, or no, it wasn't walking, it was running. And when I hired her, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm paying $200 a month for this lady. And I did everything exactly as she said. And at the end of 3 months, I had lost a total of 7 pounds. And it was, I'm going to be honest, it was agonizing to lose that weight. And she kept saying, don't worry about the scale. The scale doesn't really matter. And I'm like, I have 100 pounds to lose. Well, maybe not quite 100 at that point. But I'm trying to think, I don't know, maybe about 80 at that point. But I was like, I have so much weight to lose, or at least to get back down to what I thought was realistic, but I don't think that's realistic. But she's like, don't worry about the scale. I'm like, there's got to be an easier way. So I never hired her back. 3 months. And then after that, I went through a very stressful time in my life, and I gained probably 25 pounds between 40 and 42 years old. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I've got to lose this weight. So let's see, July of 2022, I had had enough. And I was like, I'm going to figure this out. I'm smart enough to figure this out. People do it all the time. Why can't I lose weight? So I got on Calorie Calculator online, and I punched in all of my information. And I found out that at my weight, I'm going to say my weight, I'm kind of embarrassed, at 240 pounds, at my sedentary job, at how much exercise I was getting, this calculator told me in order to lose 2 pounds a week, I could only eat 1,100 calories. At 1 pound a week, I could eat 1,600 calories. And at 0.5 pounds a week, half a pound a week, I could eat 1,800 calories. And I could lose weight, and I could have went really slow. But I was at the point, I was like, no way. This will take me forever to get to feel somewhat decent. So, and I couldn't maintain 1,100 calorie diet. It was just not possible. Like, I just felt like I was starving to death. So I went extreme, and I just started studying about walking, because I was so frustrated. I couldn't even think about doing anything else. So I went extreme, and I punched in the numbers. What would happen if I walked 90 minutes a day at I walk an incline, and I'll go over those numbers, what I did later. But so at this point, I figured, so in order to lose 2 pounds, changing to walking 90 minutes a day, it changed my calories to 2,000 calories a day. To lose 1 pound, 2,500, and to lose a half a pound a week was 2,700. So walking at this extent, to what I am going to talk about in a minute, increased my calories over 1,000 calories a day. I had to pause for a second. My dryer sings to me when it's done drying. And maybe you could hear my dryer that whole time. I don't even think about those little noises. Anyways, so it increased, walking 90 minutes a day increased my calories to be able to lose weight, 1,000 calories a day. So I did. And at 240 pounds, I have a treadmill in my house. I began walking at 2.5 miles an hour at a 5% incline. And I did that. Now, whether I did it pretty much every morning for 90 minutes. And if I wasn't able to wake up that morning to get it in, then I would do 45 minutes in the morning and then 45 minutes at night. But I was strict because I was at the point that I was like, I cannot weigh this much. This is so unhealthy for me. And I walked 90 minutes a day for 5 months straight, like 7 days a week. I did not take a break. If I went on a work trip, I walked on the treadmill at the hotel. I never took a day off of walking my 90 minutes. And walking at a slow pace on an incline, I promise you, by the end of that workout, you are going to be dripping in sweat. You do that for 20 minutes and you're not going to be sweating. But at the end of 45 minutes, you might be sweating. But if you do it for 90, I promise you, you're going to be dripping with sweat. And if you're not dripping with sweat, then you're not going fast enough. I kept my heart rate. My heart rate target was 130 to 145 because they say that's the fat burning. That's the fat burning stage. So that's what I did. I walked and I walked and I walked. And so when I'm asked a lot, like, how many calories did you eat? Well, I tracked my calories, and I tracked, I do a version of Weight Watchers from years ago, and I tracked that, but I wasn't perfect at tracking my calories because I knew I would always have like 100 here or there because I was walking 90 minutes a day. And so that first 50 pounds that I lost walking 90 minutes a day, without the walking, I never would have lost that much weight in that short amount of time. And it wouldn't have happened because I would have binged eat. And so walking was and is essential to my weight loss plan. If without it, I won't lose weight because I can't drop down to 1,100 calories being at 240 pounds. Now that I've lost 60 pounds because your body naturally stops needing so many calories because you don't have that much weight to carry around. Your body naturally doesn't need as many calories as it once did. Now, I'll be honest that I've lost that 60 pounds and I kind of, after the 6 months, and once I had lost 50 pounds, I felt so much better. And realistically, like walking, I walk a lot faster now. I walk at 3.5, sometimes 4 miles an hour at a 6 to 8% incline. And my goal is to stay within my heart rate. But I don't do it as often because I don't feel like that is sustainable long-term. And I want my weight loss to be sustainable long-term. So now I've backed off and I do still do sessions of 90 minutes on my treadmill, and those are usually done on the weekends. But so I do 2 for sure every weekend. I still walk on the treadmill. And then I do 2 sessions of 45 minutes during the week. And I began to add in weightlifting, but not to an extreme, and I just do it at my house. So yeah, that's the exercise that I did to lose 60 pounds. And once I backed off on my walking, that's when my weight loss really started to come to a halt, and I was comfortable. Like, I slowly lost 10 pounds after that, because I still walked sometimes, just not to the extreme, because I felt so much better at the weight that I was at. But now I'm back to wanting to lose weight again. And so, but I'm not going at it extreme, but I am still going to do 2 90-minute sessions on the weekends, and my 45-minute sessions twice during the week. So this is what I did to lose weight, and it worked fantastic. So I'm really hoping that it works for me. And I guess you guys will see, because I'm kind of documenting my journey. So here I am at like 180 pounds, and I'm hoping that I can lose weight. And I'm eating a lot less calories now because I do track, and I am not walking as much, and I'm still at a very sedentary job. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys. I would like it and love it if you would subscribe to my channel and like this video and leave a comment. Let me know how much you guys are trying to lose, or if you're trying to lose, or if you are in a maintenance phase, which is such a great feeling. I hope you guys have a great day.